up to catch. Okay, I thought that would capture this, but apparently it's not. Oh wait, maybe I need to turn it on. No, that doesn't work either. How about this one? Oh, that looks right. That looks right. Yes. Yes, okay, we got something here. Okay. I'm just poking around. And you know what? I'm going to try one of these challenges that they had for the Society of Space Development thing. Voting for test? Wait, what? Oh no, we've got no vote. I haven't doing anything Runway Project esque right now because I'm just hurting and I am in pain and I don't know why. I don't know. My arm is just. Anyway, so what I'm thinking is I actually want to figure out how to. I want to build like a super lightweight orbital rocket thingy, space plane. I had to. So they said people had a challenge, and their challenge was for people to build things. One of the ones that I saw that I wanted to do was try to build as light orbital thing as possible. Right, space plane. And I don't know what the winners were, and I completely forgot to actually come in and say, like, give them a message of love and encouragement and things like this. But I'm trying to make a super lightweight space plane. And the way I'm going to do this is... I sort of had this idea in my head for what would be the most efficient way to do this. But it's basically using body lift as much as possible. Why is this thing confused? What is up with that thing? Bruh, you just got the same space plane with 10 parts or less. Well, that would actually be pretty easy. I'll say that. But so one of the requirements is you do have to include a cockpit. Right, that is one thing that we can't get away from. And I need to have engines, so I'm going to use a single one of these. Oh yeah, wrong menu. That's why there's no engines in here, huh? Go figure. One of these. Now, I presume crossfeed is going to work on this thing. Probably need like a little bit of electrical power here just in case, so stick that on top. Yeah, let's do that. Kind of making it look like a hot rod here, huh? It's Speedy Chicken's plane. Is that what Speedy Chicken built? So now the next thing that I need to have on this is we need to figure out where the control surfaces are. So I want to use winglets as my control surfaces at the front. Yeah, isn't this looking cool? This is looking cool, I tell you, right? Center of mass, center of lift, and then we need something for, like, horizontal stability here, right? I think this is going to look pretty sweet, right? Now, this is pod racing, right? Now, the other thing is that we are actually required to have a satellite payload in this, right? So this was the competition they ran for the Society of Exploration of Space, or Exploration and Development of Space. I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is stick this on the back, and then satellite, and the satellite needs to have a power source and a transmitter, right? So, we're going to put obviously just the smallest. Wait a second, that's fine. I should probably turn these things off because we don't need center of thrust. Bingo, solar panel, and then we're going to put like a little antenna on here. Ooh, yes, let's do this one now. Bingo! Right, so now that obviously will get cooked by the engine. So I'm going to use some tricks here. I'm going to take this and slide it up, because this is totally legal. And then spin it around. Hi, everybody. Oh, you know the other thing that I totally haven't done yet? Okay, now. There we go. I think that's about as good as we're going to get there. Nice little place for that, huh? By the way, I should call this... oh, wait a second. Why is that not showing up? SEDS. You. Was this a new update? Just repair kits? Wait, is the new update actually out now? I thought the new update's not out yet. Did I totally miss it? The new update has a new texturing and some new engine sizes and things like this. But I am using the new update because I've got Parallax installed. Yeah, I saw a YouTube video for sure. So, next thing that we're going to do here. I need landing gear. Is that it? Yeah, I need landing gear because I need to be able to land this. And oh, I also need to remove some of the oxidizer. So what does this say? There's 8,000 whatever. I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll see where this goes. So now we need landing gear, and this is going to be fun. Landing this thing is going to be awful. Oh, I should just... I wonder, do you think this will burn off if I use it? Let's just do a tail dragger space plane. We're not doing Runway Project right now, just because I'm feeling really crappy. I'm feeling shockingly crappy. And I'm not sure what's going on. So I'm kind of concerned. Oh, there was a Shenzhen IO update. That's something else I have to look at. I'm not sure what we're... Maybe we'll do... I think maybe we'll do this to the Runway Project tomorrow. Like, I'm sort of not sure where I'm going here, because... Oh, wait, there's no sound. Wait a second. Settings. Have I turned the sound off? Oh, wait, no, there's no sound in my headphones, because the sound is on here. There we go! Do you think this will take off? Whoa! So they are, and so there are videos. Well, okay. Maybe, I don't know, I haven't had any injections or anything. I don't know what's going on here. RUD. Spinning was not a good trick. Okay. You know what, maybe, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna aim for the side of the runway. Because if I hit the side of the runway... Oh, darn! Oh, man. There's too many of them! Is this general grief? I don't think this is going to be able to fly. I mean... Don't try to rotate it to lift off. I know, but I don't have enough height on this rear wheel. But you know what I should do? Is disable steering. The steering is probably not helping it. Yeah, so we've disabled steering. Let's see if that helps. Let's just turn off stability and see what happens. Oh, it's still wobbling. How am I ever going to land this thing? It needs to be a tail dragger, so maybe we should make the tail drag more. That's going to be my solution. Add more angle. Slide this way back. And then take these and slide them further back as well. Because I think having these so far forwards may be making things harder. There we go. That'll point the nose up a whole lot more. And let's disable... Landing gear is like the hardest thing to do properly in Kerbal. I'm going to say that now, right? No brakes. I know you could do vertical takeoff, right? Try adding a single mini vertical fin. Yeah, it includes new RCS, new WACS, stuff like that. It's great. Are the gears properly aligned? Very likely not. Okay, let's see if it works now. That looks more stable. See that? Shifting that gear backwards. There we go. Okay. See, we get engineering, we totally figured it out. So I had to be able to get to orbit and deploy a satellite. I have no idea what kind of mass this is, by the way. Oh wait, apparently there's no pilot in this. How did that happen? Oh no, but I wanted to get up to higher altitude, right? That's... The rapiers are good. Yeah, the probe cores do it. That's pretty hilarious. Jebediah Kerman, who I'm going to put in the new high-tech suit and change the colours. There we go. White future suit. There we go. That would have been totally funny. How will this get to orbit? It will get to orbit because why won't it get to orbit? It's probably got too much fuel. Oh, you know what? I am going to aim it sideways though. I'm going to aim it off their side of the runway so it gets into the air faster. There we go. See that? A lot less time wasted dragging along the ground. All the Kerbals are clones, but they're spelled with the letter K so nobody realizes. Right? Oh, I gotta talk to EJ, and I haven't actually got around to saying hi. But we definitely would love EJ if he would come along for an episode of Runway Project. Those are air inlets because we want to make this work. And you know what? We obviously need to make this work higher up, faster and everything else. So let's now do it on a ballistic trajectory. Temperature gauges enabled. Disabled. No, all enabled. There we go. EJ is a solid dude that knows planes. I've always enjoyed meeting the individual in question. There we go, so we're about to run out of air here. But we're already up to like 1.6 kilometers per second. Still air breathing, you'll notice, but we're losing speed, still gaining altitude. We're about to switch. Bang, there we go. Now, at this, I should probably pitch up a bit. Convert some of that velocity into altitude. Knock it up. We only had to get to 80 kilometers in the challenge, so that's like 80 kilometers. Let's point along this and see how much in terms... Oh, you know what? Wait a second. I might have infinite fuel enabled. I was doing something else and I had infinite propellant. Oh man, what a cheaty scumbag I am. Now I need to revert flight to launch and do that again. Whoops. Do I plan on making it aesthetically appealing? No, this is performance. This is all about performance. So that means it should go even faster. There we go. So let's get into a nice climb here. Now we're using propellant, you'll notice. Oh, we should probably bring up the landing gear, right? Since we're going Mach 1. Oh, I got my... So, okay. So, I do have a design that was 6 tons. But I just like this one because it's mostly body lift. It has, like, almost no wings at all. Flying dirty. I guess that's a reference to flying with things open. Letting it all hang out. I just never heard the expression. I'm not actually a pilot. I merely play one on the internet. There, look, we're actually getting even faster with this setup. No, I disabled the... What I did was I put 2 on, right, and then moved it to the center, and then I cancelled the X. I pressed X to cancel the duplication. Right, so now, let's just poke this upwards. We'll give it a bit more altitude. Now point it forwards. Yeah, I believe there's only 1 panel on here. Because I cancelled the duplication. Yeah, I should actually close those intakes, but I haven't bound them to an action group. You know, oh dear, I've missed my opportunity now. Is that a pod racer? No, it's a space plane. Okay, now we should be able to time accelerate to get closer to this. 56 kilometers. Man, we're going to take some time here. We have so much propellant left in this thing. I could practically take this to the moon. I'm not going to do that. You've seen and made far worse looking space planes. This is not bad looking. This is really cool looking. Yeah, the original challenge, they didn't specify that the pilots had to be indoors, you know, in a pod. I pretty much told them, you know, if you don't force them to be in a pod, then you're going to get all sorts of weird cheating. Okay, let's... So that's not too bad. Like, hypothetically, bang, there it would be, and then... Notice, by the way, this is parallax, so pretty. I could probably dump a lot more of the oxidizer. You know what? Let's F5 this. I wonder, I've got... Oh, 590 meters per second. I can't make it to the moon. Still, let's appreciate the sunset for a moment. Yeah, neither of these are pure liquid fuel. So anyway, yeah, I should be able to deploy this. What I'm going to do is pitch down, and we'll deploy this into a slightly higher orbit. There it goes. What a beautiful little satellite. Bye. Spinning and everything. This is in Sandbox. I mean, yeah. So now let's try to aim for this landing site here, right? So I need to point retrograde. You included a service bay. There you go. That's a good idea. You've never seen a satellite deployed by a shotgun before? Yeah, I think that might work. Let's do this. Turn it prograde again. Yeah, I could definitely dump a ton of oxidizer. Like, literally, I could dump a ton of oxidizer. And that means, by extension, I could probably dump a ton of liquid fuel. And still get into orbit with similar, margins. I love how you get the, the plate is there. There's the sun. Here comes the sun. Da 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 da. Here comes the sun. I say it's all right. I can't sing. You know what? If you guys want to look at runway pictures, we can, but I haven't actually seen these planes fly. That's the problem. You know what? This wheel is getting kind of hot here, but you know what I could do is if it does get hot, I can just pitch nose down. I can do like a longitudinal wobble. Oh, apparently doing just fine. No, you're not allowed to EVA the Kerbal. That was specifically disallowed. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to roll this over and start a turn. I'm going to make like the shuttle and do some cross range. Pull some G's. There, you see? Now got that drag going on. That wheel's getting hot, but still fine. And the great thing is, if you look at like aerodynamic forces, hold on. Like, you get lift from the body portions. That's why I specifically use these. It reduced the amount of surfaces required. Yeah, we're laying down some serious rubber in the atmosphere. I'm gonna do this and start like lifting my altitude up as well as turning. Yeah, we're basically burning rubber here, right? So we get more traction in the air. That's exactly what's going. Yeah, like another thing that I told the SEDS people to do was to say you're not allowed to EVA from the space plane because then everyone would just be EVAing and pushing with RCS, jetpack RCS. If you counted a certain toroidal tank, wouldn't it count as doing donuts? It would certainly sound like pooping donuts, so yeah, I guess. That's one way to look at it. The manly maneuver. I'm not sure I really deserve credit for that. It feels it is so cheaty. The shuttle's initial perigee was always inside the atmosphere, so they could deorbit the external tank. Like, that's what it was all about. Okay, now we're going to turn a little harder. Because I need to make sure I bleed off enough speed here. So I'm stopping altitude gains and starting high angle of attack turns. In fact, maybe I should do this. I'm going to go inverted here. I think I need to... That is the sight that I'm aiming for. And it is sliding past. I might have overcooked this or like overshot my re-entry, but you know, we're still hopeful. Well, let's just do this. Bang, slow down. There's the runway I'm aiming for. Let's just pancake this thing. Oh, yeah, well, there's a few different lots of different concept art ideas for the shuttle. Yeah, I've totally overshot this. Good thing is, I actually have plenty of fuel, so assuming I can maintain control, I can just fire up the engines again. At what apogee would an astronaut need to be to get out, able to get out and push? There's no maneuvering thrusters on the EVA suits on the Dragon. Like, let's be clear. Okay, let's slow this down. So now, let's do this. Because I now want to maintain altitude. And you know, I could almost fly. Nah, I guess that's definitely closer to come here. Look at the G's I could pull now that I'm in the lower atmosphere. No, they don't have EVA suits. They have IVA suits on the Dragon. Okay, look, we have some sort of transonic instability here. That's not good. But look, we made it through re-entry. Yeah, and you know what? The standard NASA suits are not good. You can't get out of a Dragon in them. In theory, you can fit through the hatch, but the hatch that they have is not... Like, it's not on hinges, so there's no way for astronauts to do an EVA from it. The safer system that they use with the current IMUs, it has 2 to 3 meters per second of delta V. It's very, very low. The MMU, right, the man maneuvering unit that they tested on the shuttle in the early days, it had about 25 meters per second of delta V. The Kerbals have 20 times that. Well, the early shuttle astronauts that were doing test flights, they wore spacesuits. But yeah, after the first few test flights, they were all in shirt sleeve environments when they were flying. So Right, exactly. If you're, I mean, so you're talking 25 meters per second with what, a 300 pound astronaut plus suit? Well, maybe let's say 300 kilograms, whereas Dragon is probably, what, 10 tons? So you're talking like a few meters per second once you're 1 meter per second in the end. Oh Oh wow. I totally screwed up because I forgot to switch modes there. Ah, not in air mode. That's pretty hilarious. Well, I guess I'm making a landing here. Okay, so much for that. I just have to land here because I forgot to change things. This is going to be fun. I don't think we were able to get this off the runway particularly well. And this is pretty, squirrely at the front. I wouldn't call it a pod racer, but I do love the profile here, like when you see the big engine sticking out the front there. It has actually a lot of lift. Yeah, that's a beautiful touch, like in Gravity, where she throws the fire extinguisher away to get that extra push. Most people miss it. Have I tried Into the Black beta or In the Black? No, I haven't. I've been real at start. That was Starship Inc. And frankly, I've just been too busy feeling sick and everything. What are we making tonight? We're just making a mess. Hopefully, we're gonna get a nice look at the surface here. Maybe I shouldn't bring the landing gear down just yet. So my left arm is just like, I think it's got some sort of tendinitis thing or whatever from working games too much. So I'm trying to give it a bit of a rest. Try a sigmoid approach. You should do science mode again. I do all sorts of things, but right now, I don't know what's going on. Basically, I started doing like exercises at my desk to, sort of make sure I was stretching and everything, and I was doing like lots of squats and things like that, and I did like my 100 plus, and for some reason my arm busted up. Okay, where's the shadow? Where's the sun? The sun is directly overhead. So there should be a shadow down there somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's a shadow. Always look for the shadow. Yeah, it seems to do pretty well, actually, in a glide. KSP2 isn't coming just yet. I want to bleed off as much speed as possible. Hey, there, totally landed it. Just having a hard time braking. Oh yeah, wheels, no brakes. I guess I might need to turn on the braking force a bit. Come on. Just add slow increases to the braking force. The problem with too much brakes on the front is it causes you to twist once the wheels come off. Gotta brake before I brake. So, for those that are wondering, by the way, this is This is Parallax, which is the, procedural fancy shader that they have for Kerbin. I love how we landed next to the cactus. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just recover this. Yeah, I think the KSP2 drama is largely over, and it's now just being delayed because it's way harder than people expected. You do hope the KSP2. I've suggested that they have weather because it'd be really nice to land in crosswinds or whatever. Yeah, 7.8 tons. So you know what? I could definitely cut out about that much and about that much. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I. Do you think I can get a 7-ton version of this to space? Now I'm curious. Need to see if they got the fairing halves from the Starlink 50. That's true, I hadn't even thought to see if they managed that. We're just going to see if I can get this to orbit. There we go. Have they done... Yeah, they've done nighttime fairing catches, several. I sense if I need to fool around with node occlusion, it would skimp on the gas even more. Absolutely, I mean, we're definitely... Look at this thing, it's just blowing through the atmosphere at ridiculous speeds. So what I do is I set the prograde thing so it sets essentially 0 angle of attack, and that minimizes the drag. The problem is, I think I might actually explode before I leave the atmosphere. Here's getting a lot of heat and a lot of things. Oh, don't explode! I think I might have to optimize my departure trajectory to avoid exploding in flight. Okay. Okay, the 90 meters, 90 kilometers now. Still have plenty of oxidizer and stuff left. Says I have 750 meters per second of delta V. Man! I believe it does help with... That's always helped, I just remember in the past. With Starlink, they've had a few different launch profiles, and they vary depending upon customers and things like that. So I've switched to closed cycle. See, it's definitely closed cycle. 750. So this is a 7-ton space plane. That's not so bad. I think I could get it down under 6, but not this design. The tension rod's deorbit from Starlink launches in a few days or weeks, if I remember rightly. Well, I think we'll be fine. I think 700 sounds consistent with the amount of mass that I have left. I cannot get to the moon. I'll say that. So that's the second probe there. So the single stage to orbit with a satellite had to be able to deploy a satellite and was required to have a cockpit for the crew. Okay. Firing that engine. Let it get a little closer. I think we're doing fine. I should try another moon speed run. The physics engine has changed since then, and I now have better hardware, so maybe I can get better, better stuff. And there's also new devices that are available in stock. So, okay, here we go. I'll just tootle along with this engine, pushing, just breathing and no more. Again, we were required to get above 80 kilometers, right? I'm going to go to the moon. I'll take a look at the moon in parallax. Because I do want to actually appreciate some of these. All these worlds are ours. Or something like that, right? Just shy of the Kerman line. That's exactly where we are. So that's us in orbit again. And I have 200 meters per second to spare, which is pretty good. Wicked Sludge, I don't think saying it could potentially do that is correct. I think that it's what somebody wanted it to do, and in reality, it probably wasn't. But in the end, there were other requirements that really also sort of were synergized with this. It was pointed out to me that the 60-foot long cargo bay for the space shuttle was from, the Department of Defense, but they only wanted it to be 10 feet wide, whereas NASA said, well, let's make it 15 feet wide, so that they could put their fat space station modules in it and everything. So it was a collaboration. Let's say, let's deploy this satellite. Again, I'm flipping the back up. Like, you know what I should do is just like flip it up and then fire. Or let's try this. Give it some extra speed. Oh wait, that's pretty good, huh? Give it some extra velocity along its orbit. So if the satellite will end up on its own slightly higher orbit. You see that over around this side? Because I launched it forwards. It's pretty good, huh? So now, should I really try going for this thing again? I think the requirements were that you have to land on land, right? So it's probably best. One of the winning submissions used the mat to get the mass down to 5 tons. That is excellent. I am so glad. And I bet you the winning Duna submission used fuel manufacturing on the surface of Duna, right? Because I noticed that they didn't prevent that. I think that'll be fine. Let's just do that. No, I don't think they use mining. Man, I thought that that was a surefire bet for minimizing the whole thing. Especially, I mean, they didn't have any rules that stopped them from. Right, but I mean, I didn't see any rules that stopped them refueling at Minmus or any of the other places, so it seemed like a good idea. But hey. Oh wait, an engineer in a chair inside the service bay. They specifically outlawed that. They said you had to have a cockpit. I They said no external seats. Oh god. No, I told them no command seats, and I guess they mistranslated it. The rules don't have much tensile strength. Yes, we pushed them and bent them into whatever we like. If there was no external seats, then this would be way faster. Still, I like this design. And this time I am gonna make sure that I oh shoot. Prograde. I don't want to do that. I do want to you know what, that's fine. I'm even further north than I was. Yeah, that is something I specifically told them to rule out. Like, because otherwise, if you didn't think about that, you were laboring under a disadvantage. It's just no fun when you're making really unrealistic things, except that it is fun. Oh, you order an Xbox, the new generation of Xbox? I would think about getting. Oh, I finally got a new graphics card, guys. I've got a new graphics card. It's the it's a 3070. So I have an older processor, right? I had this 980 Ti, which was great, but it had some overclocking or it had some underclocking issues. I had to force the clock speed down. And no, it wasn't thermal, it wasn't power, it was the graphics card that would get confused when you applied, asked it to do too much too quickly or whatever, right? So, anyway, I'm just going to point this straight again because we need to get over the ocean and not fall into the surface. So, what was I saying? Yeah. So, yeah, I decided that 3070 was sort of in the sweet spot because if you put like a 3080 or a 3090 in, sure, you're gonna you're just gonna be saturating that bus, and the CPU isn't gonna be able to keep up with that awesome graphics card. So I think 3070 is where it's at, and that's what I got. I would have loved a version with way more graphics memory. That's about the only thing. But hey, I got it. I was able to pick it up and install it, and I was like so happy. Do I play on I play on PC, but I've got a Mac here. I have two Macs here. Like I have a MacBook Pro right here, which runs KSP. Ugh, there, right. MacBook Pro. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can't see that. And then brand new MacBook Air, and the new MacBook Air, it runs Kerbal Space Program as fast as the MacBook Pro because the new processor is pretty darn insanely fast. Um, like it's amazing. Did NASA? I have a whole video in the early days about shooting stuff into space from a cannon. And yes, there was something called the High Altitude Research Project where they were shooting things, using a light gas gun. And yep, you could use mag rails and things like that. Just so you know, this is what's happening here. I'm just cruising over it, yeah. And then they made it go faster. They called it SHARP, the Super High Altitude Research Project. And it didn't get the money that it needed. So the guy, one of the champions of the project, Gerald Bull, looked around for people that would fund it, and he found this friendly guy in the Middle East called Saddam Hussein. And he at that time he was actually pretty friendly with the CIA and everyone, so wasn't that surprising. And yeah, then of course he was assassinated by Mossad, supposedly. I mean, let's face it. I think everybody understands what happened there. I'm just going to keep cruising through the atmosphere. Okay, let's see if I can get closer to the landing site this time. And we'll make sure that I don't activate this engine unless it's in air breathing mode. Who doesn't? Well, I hopefully don't get assassinated by Mossad. I mean, sure, I've made some videos about, you know, nuclear weapons and stuff, but I would like to think that I'm just doing nice things. I don't know what's scary about Ohio, but it isn't like every astronaut that comes from there try to get out of there. I know, it would be really nice to know what happened with Plum Bob, for sure. Okay, you know what? We're starting to get close to a target here. I think I need to pull harder on this. Making this turn, using that cross range. Let's quick save this. Ohio's where they farm astronauts, yeah. That is not as ridiculous, because I mean that's where Neil Armstrong was from, right? No? I forget. People have done sims and basically said the cover could not have survived. You want to believe in what, in the in the nuclear manhole cover? Okay, we're definitely going to be overshooting at this rate. And pushing hard. I think we might be close enough though. We're pulling 1G. I'd love to see photos of the Starman. I would love to see photos of the Starman car too. There's a lot of like people that basically say the Starman car will be fallen apart and disintegrated, and they're probably right. But a lot of the assumptions for degradations of material are based on an oxygen atmosphere, which obviously this thing isn't in. There we go. Splicing through the atmosphere. Now let's go. Come on. 20 kilometers up. Still turning. Now, at this point, I should probably open these. Come on. I'm trying to turn and fly at the same time. And toggle mode back to open cycle. Or air breathing cycle. Okay. And now we need to pull out of this dive first. Okay, we get air breathing thrust. We're subsonic, and I think we might have enough propellant to fly back to a landing site. Right, a lot of plastics will have their what they'll. The problem with plastics isn't necessarily that plastics break down. Is that, well, the simple polymers will have issues, but a lot of plastics we have these days have things like plasticizers and softeners and stuff inside them. So they make, you know, more user-friendly materials, and those complex plastics will outgas, will behave differently, so it probably won't work that well. Anyway, I mean, the thing is, cars are actually designed to sit outside, right? Like, they come with paint that's designed to sit in the sun. No, I'm not going to land at the building to the left. I'm going to try land... That's the building there you're talking about? No, I'm aiming for the runway. I overshot a bit. The paint will get degraded, but not as fast as many people say. Like... Okay, so I should probably keep my altitude high so that my speed performance is good. Oh, you know what I also need? Let's make sure the brakes are available this time. Okay, we get 35% braking. I'm using reasonable amounts of propellant. The landscape is parallax. It is using the new fancy high quality physics based rendering shader. This is a 7-ton spaceplane with a cockpit, which apparently some people thought was optional. And it has pretty good cross-range capability by the looks of things. So I'm gonna let this thing go down now. I think I've got enough, you know. But I need to get over to the correct orientation. The problem is, actually, I'm probably gonna have to burn up. I'm probably gonna have to do a loop to lose speed. Oh yeah. Okay, let's turn. I'm deliberately doing some turns here to slow down. Let's put the gear down, that'll help with drag. There we go. Like, high G. Cool. Again, you pull some G's, and that... See, we're basically sliding in to slow down. And I think this is a much more manageable speed. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, man. Ah, so close. I was... Ah, so close. What are you gonna do? Stuck another landing. There was still... Listen, we know I could have landed that, right? Have you done anything with the golden magnet? Yes, I moved it somewhere secret and safe. I mean, I could reload from this, but I think what I want to do is I want to show you the planets. Let's take a look at the other planets, right? Let's go EVA Unduna restart. Restart start. Okay, EV and Duna. Let's go to Duna and take a look at the beautiful stuff. There are YouTube recordings of Runway Project. Should we take a look at one of them? Or should we take a look at the glory that is Duna? Look at this! Look at this beautiful terrain! Wow! It just makes the spacecraft look kind of crap, to be honest. Is the microphone quiet? I don't think the microphone's quiet. What I'm going to do though is put on infinite propellant and electricity, and we're going to jump on this spacecraft and we're going to use it to go to places to take a look. So yeah, we can take this and we can just cheat it into orbit. My audio is pretty quiet. I don't know how to fix that then. My audio is as loud as it's going to get. Is that imagery? Your image microphone is quiet. I don't know why then. Your audio is maxed too. Well, maybe I should just sit closer to it. Is that good? Right? You want me to break your microphone by being this close? The terrain is procedural mostly. Yeah, it's not real Martian imagery, but the terrain shader is new and fancy. So we can go elsewhere. So let's actually set orbit. We'll pick a location. What planet can we go to? Eve. Ike. Let's go to Ike. Let's set the orbit lower. Set orbit. I will land on it. So the great thing is, I can just like totally land on any planet and take a quick look. We're to stop this thing and fall down and take a look, see what it looks like on the surface. Well, that's the best part, is procedural shaders are able to stop the duplication, the repeating, the tessellation or whatever, right? No, I can't. You can't post YouTube links because here's the thing, Luigi. I would then have to go up and I'd have to give you permission and stuff. But I'm playing a game right now. Do you want me to crash the plane, rocket thing? Like I can't do it. So yeah, that's the problem. It's nothing personal. It's like I don't have control over the chat, right? Frankly, I'm not a professional Twitcher. I'm a professional fake internet rocket scientist. So you just have to understand that my Twitch is pretty lo-fi in comparison to other people. But hey, you know, whatever. We're all having fun here, right? Right? I don't know. Let's actually make this thing go down. We want to get close to the surface. And nuclear physics. I'm not really a nuclear physicist either. I just happen to have a degree in physics and read way too much about nuclear physics for fun. Because who doesn't read about nuclear physics for fun, right? I'm not, yeah, exactly. I'm not a rocket scientist, but I play one on the internet. I use the term internet rocket scientist. When you do it, you have to have quotes around internet. I'm not that kind of doctor, yes. I do actually have a degree in astronomy. Technically, it's physics and astronomy. So, I currently have tea right now because I've got some weird pains and I don't want to be risking it with alcohol. So here's the thing, if you post a link, I will never see it, right? You legit thought you were an astronaut when you saw my channel. I have a space helmet sitting up behind me, but it's not really a real space helmet. It's a fake space helmet. What are you gonna do? Yeah, it's called the degree of physics and astronomy is what I did. Or rather, it's a degree of physics with astronomy, right? I love beer, and I would normally be drinking beer, but I've got something up with me, and I don't want to, you know... To understand astronomy, you must also understand physics. That is absolutely correct. Oh, man. You have to choose a concentration, usually in physics or engineering, right? I shaved my head because my hair was, like, disappearing. noob level astrophysics. What is noob level astrophysics? Sorry, I'm gonna land this thing, so that requires a little bit of concentration to make sure that we don't, you know, crash it in some unfortunate manner somewhere. This is Ike. Ike does not have huge amounts of gravity on its surface. So, is this supposed to have physics shading? I mean, I guess it's prettier than it was. I mean, it does actually look... Yeah, it looks better. It looks better, definitely. I wish we could have them side by side. That landing makes up for the last one. That's not stock Ike, so yes. There we go. I mean, it looks pretty darn good, I'm gonna say. Oh, then we zoom out too far and then it becomes like... Ah, there we go. The Hollow Ike Society. Okay, which other world should we go to? Jewel? No. Lathe? This is RTX. I don't think RTX is part of it. Okay. What is the YouTube link? What is the YouTube link off? Because it's effort. Let's go to Val. Now that, wowzer. We better land this sucker quick. I'm using infinite propellant just so I can land it like right away. I want to make sure that we land it where we can see the sun. I love how Jewel is up there just looking super shiny. That is Val, which is the ice planet orbiting Jewel. The ice moon, technically. Oh yeah, no, I saw that 1.3 tons to... Yeah, I've seen that. Like, I don't know what I was... You know, a lot of my records were done in the days when you couldn't have seats. There, we've killed all our lateral velocity and we're just going to fall down towards the surface. Right, exactly. So, I mean, if you remember, in the early days, I was able to EVA back from Gilly and survive because we didn't have aerothermals to worry about on re-entry from Kerbin, right? And there was that glitch in the physics engine where if you landed the Kerbal on their head, you had a pretty good chance of not dying. Okay, we're gonna have to hit this thing and fall down. No physics can get in the way of Kerbal. Just gonna make sure that we're keeping track of altitude. Or velocity and altitude. I don't know how much gravity is on this place, but I think we should fire up these engines now. Just to make sure. Ooh, there's some weird patterning going on there. Why does it take so much delta V? Because of the laws of physics. might be going a little fast here. I'll be fine. Overcooked. I was thinking I was going a little too fast, but clearly... No, this is not unmodded. This is with parallax. This is the adds just gorgeous modern generation physics-based rendering, right? It's not ray traced. It's just good graphics design, really. I mean, the best part is the fact that the textures don't appear to repeat or don't obviously repeat themselves. What would be the difference if it was ray traced? Well, you use ray tracing when you've got surfaces like glass where you can actually see a reflection and discern a reflection from it, right? So that you use ray tracing basically where you have things that can reflect and transmit, and you can fake reflections pretty well, but it's hard to fake things like refraction without ray tracing. Yeah, I think the lander does appear to be floating. Still, like, you can move the camera over here and take a look. I love... Look how close you can get here. And I haven't even got this on the highest settings. I think you probably do even higher settings. But yeah, it does look like the lander is just floating above the surface. It's more than a bump map though, right? Because a bump map, isn't that just like you've got bump map that you do by also normal map is what you're saying. Bump mapping is actually changes the geometry, right? Bump map just changes the angle of like ray intersection. So it's actually legit 3D. That's why it's cool. And again, doesn't appear to hugely repeat itself. I'm guessing it uses some kind of tessellation, but I'm not sure what. Where should we go next? Look, I'm asking a vote. Which planet should we go to next? Have you link? It's called Parallax. Parallax, Lathe, Sol, Minmus. 3 people are saying Minmus. That's so boring. That's like right close to home. Everyone's saying Minmus. Okay, let's set the orbit. Okay. Wow, it looks oddly odd. So where's the sun? Let's where are we? Shall I land on the lakes or on the mountains? Everyone says lakes. No, I can't type at the same time. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with my mic. Like, I can try configuration. See what it says. Advanced audio properties. No, that... Oh, desktop audio. No, desktop audio is fixed. Properties. Nope. Cancel. Yeah, no, it's not there. Now it's pretty sherbert. Oh my god, we're having the same static issue. So it sounds like... Man, this was a hardware issue we've had. So I don't know. I'm sorry about the stuff. Okay, let's just put the whole thing down. It sounds like we're having technical issues with the audio then. Oh yeah, that's what we need to do. Yeah, It sounds, I mean, look, I can unplug this for a second. It's not working at all. Okay, is that any better? Is that any better now? Maybe? Okay, I don't know, like, I think this thing is maybe dying. Which is a shame, because this has been so reliable for me. The chat exploded! Everybody just woke up. Okay. We have the lunar ranging experiment. Would something like that be possible in Kerbal? Maybe with a bigger mirror? I mean, like, this is all physics. I'm not sure what you're meaning. Like, this is all just graphics. It's not real physics. I mean, sure, you could model it if you wanted. We're just showing off new graphics. It's very, very nice. Parallax is the name of the mod. Look it up. You're going to need a modern graphics card, and you're going to need Copernicus, which means you need modular flight integrator as well. You're going to need special texture pack. You need Kerbal 110.1. So yeah, you're pretty much everything. Well, sorry, we must construct additional pylons. Oh man, what a quote. What a quote. That's what we need to do to save Arecibo. We must construct additional pylons. Oh shoot, wrong button. Oh man. Which you all could see. Okay, well, listen, now that we've seen this, one more place and then we'll take a look at some Runway Project stuff. We actually have the pylon. It's a monolith. It's not a pylon. Bop, Tylo, Gilly. Maybe I should try landing on Drez. Drez is super easy. Wait a second. Before we go here, let's just take a really appreciate this landscape here. Look at that, huh? Looks like an alien egg. You know where we should go is Paul, which looks like a... Yeah, it's not totally flat anymore. I'm gonna say, like, we were always doing speed records on this just to see how fast we could go on this surface because it looked so flat. Does not look so flat anymore. Wait, I like how... Wait a second. Is the camera... Oh, no. Bang. The camera is jumping, so let's actually go to Drez. Take a quick... And again, where's the sun? We're gonna make sure that we land on the daylight side, otherwise, you know, that could be boring. Let's try and land here. I'm aiming for the crater. That's exactly where I'm going. I'm sure I'm going to fall over, but whatever. We're aiming for the middle of the crater. Paul looks like a golden moon. Just check. This thing isn't rotating away from it. Yeah, we're doing fine. You know what? Radial out. Just want to make sure I kill that speed because I want to go slightly deeper into the crater. There we go. Just controlling the speed on descent. It's named Parallax. I don't know how many times I can say the word parallax. I've used the term many times in my videos. Astronomers use parallax to measure the distance to things, and Kerbal Space Program players use parallax to get awesome looking graphics. Not bad. Okay, let's turn that off. Okay, yeah. Well, Drez. Very spiky. Yes, parallax arc second. Kind of looks like the surface of a dust mite. Still, where the moon is like, the sun is like over there. If you landed at the same coordinates, would it look the same? I don't know. I mean, I'm presuming there's proc gen that's able to understand and be replicated based upon coordinates. That's generally how these things work, right? Okay, the last play, I did want to see Paul, but I'm not going to stop there for very long. There we go. Oh, I'm probably way too high above Paul, haven't I? Yeah. Let's stop all lateral motion and just fall straight down. There we go, so much nicer. Yeah, it looks like COVID, right? It looks like a giant hunk of iron and mud. It looks like poop. I tell you what, I mean, that's some nasty looking poop. It looks even moldier than before. Man, you guys have all sorts of put downs for this. Glacio doesn't exist in this, right? Glacio doesn't exist in the stock system. Looks like the food they gave you at the cantina the other days. Was this were you at IKEA? IKEA meatballs, but yeah, I tell you what, IKEA meatballs pretty special. Let's get ready for breaking soon. Like, now. Oh, darn, wrong thing. Just want to make sure I get a little further away from that. Yeah, I've seen some crazy like glitches in the past due to graphics, but this is mine would just crash when it played No Man's Sky, which was, you know, annoying because I've never played all the different bits of No Man's Sky, and I kind of want to. Paul is, yeah, it's a glitch world. That's what it is. Obranium, did you see some of the spiky bits that we saw on Ryugu and Bennu? Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. You get these little cracks. The shaders, I don't know. I really want to know how you program these things because it looks pretty neat. This looks like mud that's been scraped out or something, doesn't it? Yeah, it totally looks like, it does look like a mud ball. Parallax does an excellent job, I tell you. And then let's just take a look, like at these slopes here. I think they must be a different biome, right? Because there's this radical change. Oh, but it's hard to get the camera close enough. You know what? Let's actually just EVA. Justin Forrest, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. You want to see the creature this thing came from, right? I'm sure, you know, if we wanted, we could find the Kraken. You can. I think the features on the ground have no colliders. Let's just try flying through one. Some of the surface features they have added as physical, but these regular ones aren't. Bang. Okay, so let's... very much a different texture here. Was it you that put the monolith? No, I didn't put the monolith in the desert the other day. I've been stuck at home. I really think it's a fascinating story, what's going on there. But should I... somebody wanted me to look at videos and pictures and stuff. Like, let me just click on... I gotta do some Discord stuff. Click on this. Yes, let's bring this up. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Pardon me. Gotta pause something. Hey, look at this. We got something. Well, yeah, you shouldn't be able to see that, right? So somebody has been doing... we've actually been doing these, but I haven't been running them. Because I've been very busy. I get insanely busy. So what is this supposed to be, a guillotine? Well, that didn't work too well, did it? Oh, I guess it restarted. Why is there a regular plane in the scary round? It was in the state of Utah. Which, you know, Utah's always had that Mormon thing going on, which... yeah, John F. President, what's up with you? I'm so glad that many of the problems with the camera tools were fixed. Oh shit, it's flying backwards, that's what it is. Oh, what? Okay, the five-headed beast. That crashed as well. There's a speedy chicken. Okay. What? I'm just like, WTF is everything that is coming out of my mouth repeatedly. What is this? That's supposed to be a needle? It's a Pokemon. I have no idea what's going on, but this looks... The plane going backwards did blow my mind. Oh, it's Ares 1! Oh, there. Well, it's doing about as well as the real Ares. It's certainly failing against the Hydra that is government. Oh, yeah, only one head left. I do like how that head is still actually trying to fly. Carefully navigating down the hillside until it runs out of runway. Yeah, how does the dragon have no ammunition? I just like this thing that's farting bullets. The dragon goes straight into ramming mode. Wow, speedy chicken. Like, maybe flying backwards, but it's flying with some actual skills and talent. This looks like it's been rendered on a Mac using whatchamacallit? Oh, we have a skeleton here. I have not played Tin Can. Like, I've been really struggling with spare time to play anything right now. I've certainly had people recommend Tin Can, but I haven't had a chance to really look. So this is Suicidal Insanity. I'm not really sure if what the pose is about. What's this supposed to be? A jellyfish? Abranium, you are. I'm really happy with you having done this. I'm just gonna say that, you know, like this really. Oh wait, is this a plane with a brain parasite? Is that what it is? And this is. Is that like a face hugger? Is that a snake on a plane? I don't know. It says snake on a plane seems too obvious. Snake with a brain with a plane with a brain parasite. A plane parasite. Uh-oh. I'm not even sure what that was, but snake on a plane, pretty sweet. Ohio crashed. Yeah, is this a face hugger? That's what it looks like. Bang. So this was supposed to be the Halloween episode, but we totally forgot it was Halloween and we did spaceships instead. I'm not sure what this is. Is it just supposed to be an example of government procurement gone wrong? Oh wait, no, now I can see. It looks like a bat. A little. Oh wait, it's a Strider, you mean from Half-Life 2? A Martian tripod, okay. Well, that's pretty scary as well. I still haven't got my kids to play through Half-Life games. It's very unfortunate. Well, Sky did talk about Black Mesa, but didn't end up playing it. Yeah. All those legs didn't help it. Yeah, the Mars Attacks, their walkers had 2 legs rather than 3. No, Orson Welles did the radio show. H.G. Wells wrote the book. And Jeff Wayne wrote the musical. And the musical is fabulous. Like, if you grew up in Europe, you probably knew about the War of the Worlds musical, because it was a big hit. If you're in America, you may have never heard there was a prog rock musical of War of the Worlds, and it is fabulous. You should totally look out for it. There's, if you look on YouTube, there's some live shows that have sort of been recorded. So they took it on tour about a decade ago, and it was even more amazing when they took it on tour. No one would have believed in the last years of the 19th century that humanity was being watched. That's by Richard Burton, right? What's the exact line? Oh man, yeah, you should totally look it up. Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds. And it has a real like iconic theme to it. Obviously, I'm not going to play it here because of DMCA, but I totally encourage people to find some time and look it up. It has like Phil Lynott from, you know, oh shit, I forgot the band. Thin Lizzy, right? Has a whole bunch of famous people involved in it. And then their modern version has a whole bunch of other famous people involved. It's on Spotify, but if you can see a video of the live show from a few years ago, totally worth it. There was also a video game released on CD-ROM, which was a real-time strategy game that used the soundtrack, right? I have a copy on vinyl somewhere. And the vinyl had great art. It was like hand-drawn paintings with the tripods melting the... what was the name of the ship? The Iron... No. Thunder Child. Okay. Okay, let me see it. No one would have believed in the last years of the 19th century that human affairs were being watched from the timeless worlds of space. No one could have dreamed that we were being scrutinized as someone with a microscope studies creatures that swarm and multiply in a drop of water. Few men even considered the possibility of life on other planets, and yet, across the gulf of space, minds immeasurably superior to ours regarded this world with envious eyes, and slowly and surely they drew their plans against us. Oh man. Oh yes! Wow, so what is this supposed to be? I'm available for voiceovers if you just ask nicely. Okay, so maybe we should look at some art. Are there other things to look at? Oh my god, it's a spider! I mean, there's some, like, weak tracks on the album for sure, right? But there's plenty of really cool stuff. Please let the whole stage play. I will. How long is it? Oh, we get only a few more minutes. What is that? Is that a lampshade? And that is an X from a voting thing. I don't know which one I picked. Whoa, yes. And then we get the spider. I love the coloring on this. That was brilliant. Yeah, Tarantula really looks good with the coloring. Man. Xenonauts 2. I've heard that they've done like a whole interesting thing regarding like tensions on the planet Earth. I'd like to see how it plays out. I mean, I obviously I was a fan of the original Xenonauts with a bit of mods, and you know. I do think it's funny that everybody now refers to the Doctor as Dr. Snidely, which was my sort of, like, joke name for him. But, yeah, I should really spend time looking it up. I've had very little spare time. Very little spare time. Listen, if Vibranium wants to share the link, he can, right? What is up? What is with this? What is that thing doing there? Oh wait, I didn't realize this is let me shrink. Hold on. Let me fix this a bit. I didn't realize we were actually missing a chunk off the screen here. No, no, don't do that. How do I fix... There we go. That's a wee bit better. There's no way for me to select just the section that I want to record. It didn't work properly. Oh, there's only a bunch of... 5 pilots here already? Oh, wow. Man, that disintegrated fast. Oh, it's always so beautiful watching aircraft fall apart like that. Boom, headshot. Somehow actually still flying, yeah. It was the only one in Discord. It was the first one I saw. Snakey snake. If Obranium wants to share this, right, they will, right, or whatever, right? I'm not making this public without permission of the person that actually posted it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that was beautiful. I guess that's the end, right? How beautiful. Yeah, they're all using aimbots. We can prove it. Alright, okay, hold on. Oops. See, I keep on clicking Discord. Should we look at pictures? Should I look at some pictures? Are there pictures? I mean, this channel doesn't have pinned messages, so it's not the right one anymore. Oh yes, Spookvember. We do actually have something. You didn't play to play the one where he won. Oh man. Oh my god, now I see what that's supposed to be. That is actually a fabulous reference there. The Batwing. That's not that scary, is it? Ooh, but you know what? They did make it look way more scary by having the, you know, the lighting. That's what it really is. Bat Cyclops, yeah. The Bat Plane. A lot of bats here. Not that one. It actually does look like a flying rat, doesn't it? Have I played EVE Online? No, I've won EVE Online. Right? Features echolocation. Wouldn't it be amazing if we could do Runway Project in such a way that you had to put sensors on the plane and then process the response from it? Like, that would be pretty sweet. Yeah, I have what the most expensive ship in the game. Skies of the flying dead. They hid them in the dirt. Now the planes want revenge. There's MiGs all around us. Those snakes ain't MiGs. This film contains scenes which may be considered shocking. No one under 17 will be admitted. This was supposed to be the scary round. So they're basically zombie planes. So I guess we'll watch some of these, right? Oh man, really? Oh, so he was supposed to look fancy. Conker droid. Now I see the look. Again, it looks like a bat, but it has a big tail. Extra. Okay, so wait a sec. Don't stop me now. Rapid deploy. So this is from season 1, but you re-rendered these? Very, very shiny. Very shiny. So, no, actually, what happened was another player was auctioning off the ship for charity, and then I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to make the biggest donation in EVE history to charity, and it turned out to be $40,000 worth of cash. So I spent $40,000 of video game money to get a video game spaceship. And so technically, Keelon Darklight, he made the donation and he deserves a huge amount of credit for putting up this unique and rare item. But yeah, I bought it. And I'm happy. Well, you know, it was a great thing. It was a million plex. It was decades worth of game time. Maybe even more. I'm trying to think. It's like you take 500. It was 200. No, 2,000 months worth. There you go. So that's over a century of game time. Superhero. Wait a sec. The alien. I do like the fact. I never got the vibe. It's a Predator drone. But there's no aliens. But I do like the Predator drone. I tell you, the Predator universe needs to be like given some real love. So, and this is a face hugger. This is totally true. I was totally got this. This is an awesome face hugger. I love that. I love we get a little face hugger up here. The face hugger got a drone. I like how, by the way, this is the first. This is an alien rather than an aliens alien. Just for those, you know, for those that know, the aliens one, they got ridges on their head, right? This is the original alien from the first movie. Oh my god! Wait! This is supposed to be the Infinity Gauntlet. But it really looks more like a weird, bizarre plane. Man, I'm surprised nobody took like the bad guy base from Star Crash. Right? Awful movie, Star Crash, right? But like the bad guy has a base which like folds up into a fist. It's the funniest thing ever. Perseus be damned! Then Medusa's head rides again. You know what the most horrifying thing about this is? The kerning, right? I think they want to mention this on more than one occasion. Can you even see the kerning? You can't see the kerning. It's just out of shot. Let me shrink this down. Because we got to do something here so you can see the true horror which I'm living through here. Is this supposed to be like a Triglavian, or am I forgetting? I do love this render. Wow! It does make it look scary. And the red moon. Under the red moonlight. Oh, it's Klingon? It doesn't look like Klingon. Did they redo Klingon for like the modern... this year? That's not Klingon unless they redid it. Like, Klingon looked totally different. Yeah, that's Halo. It's not Klingon. I don't know very much about alien languages, but I know it. No, it's not. It's not Star Wars. It's not Aurebesh either. Spooky. The cross. Oh, they actually. Wow. Now imagine somebody doing the Wicker Man. Oh, I love how Beelzebub Kerman has horns. This is so good. You guys are amazing. Well, except for Enon. Obviously, Enon is just like phoning it in. Well, technically not phoning it in. Scribbling it in on their phone. And then sending that in. 666. Oh, man. You're having so much fun here. Covenant language from Halo. There you go. Ohio. Wow. Wow. So that's supposed to be terrifying. Is this because so many astronauts tried to get as far away from Ohio as possible? The Kraken lives. Oh, so this one is supposed to have Kraken things all over it. I see. Now I kind of want to see that with the flags flying. My worst... Yeah, Bop was, of course, a place where you find the Kraken on in the Kerbin system. Not in Pennsylvania, obviously. Scott Kerman, Exploder, you decide. Scientists shocked as atmosphere detected on Gilly. It's true. You guys are creating like a narrative. Thanks, Goulash, for this amazing work. We have reports that they fly now. It's true, like the walkers. You know, when like when H.G. Wells created it, just the idea of things flying around was just too alien, but having things that walked, sure, that made sense. Nightmare, it's 6096. A portrait of a frightened Kerbal, Mr. Robert Kerman. About to be the difference being that what's going on? He's on the wing. Is this a reference to Twilight Zone movie? That's what it is, right? It's the gremlin on the wing. Yeah, the Twilight. It actually references the Twilight Zone movie, a movie which, unfortunately, you know, that had a whole scene which actually killed cast members. Yeah, count. Oh dear. Let's just. Yeah. I don't want to get PTSD here. Mothra. Oh yes, I gotta say, I love this cockpit being used here because it does make it look like Mothra, right? The big panes, the curved, make it look like a compound eye. That's actually a really clever trick here. Ravishing a universe for love. Oh, you get the names correct and everything. Adaptation by Kurbis Ad Astra. If your plane looks green, bite down. It's going to hurt. He sneaks... What? So this has claws on the front. I guess we never saw that from the videos. So there are videos to see, right? If you glow green, you're already dead. And yes, the stick rocket. Stick rocket! Keeps haunting NASA proposals. It just won't die, but if you fly it, you probably will. Right? 100% fratricide environment. We can't get rid of it. It scares me. Kill it! Omega. Aries 1 Liberty SRPI. Vibration. Vibration analysis goes. I mean, like, obviously you had to work to make this thing fly, but yes. And in Comic Sans as well. Well, Comic Sans is totally appropriate for real, academic work. Untitled Spacecraft by Maybe So 83. Kara Kitaka. Oh, right, sorry. Arak Attack. Arak Attack. And the Ziggy Stardust thing, right? Obvious las arachnas. Tampoco les gustas a ellas. I can't speak Spanish, so Arak Attack. De los producers de. Why? Wait, from the producers of. Why is this the right way around and this one's the wrong? This is really confusing. Spiders from Mars. I see. Wishes you a broken hip free shower. Wait, what? You thought the last one was scary. Prepare for the all-new thriller. Snake on a plane. With guns! Also coming as the newest biological warfare to a morally backward army near you. Falcon 9482. You are rating low and 9. Yeah. Raid Shadow Legend. No, we get no Shadow Legends here. That would be some real horror. It came from the skies. 2. It also came from the skies, obviously. 50 cal proboscis. Oh, so this is supposed to be flying. Ah, that's what it is. It looked like an X. It's supposed to be like flying ants. Hear a shriek, see its form, feel its terror, and be horrified. A prehistoric predator freed from its icy tomb 500 million years later. 500 million years ago, it was single cellular life, right? So it would not, yeah. Maybe 500,000 years, right? Yeah, maybe. Oh, man, you see, like, these B movies, they can't be bothered to do their paleontology. Oh, this is another one. This is Dragonfly. Nice, nice. Earth is only 2,000 years old, though. Oh. No, I don't think anybody says the Earth is 2,000 years old, but some people claim the Earth is 6,000 years old. They're obviously wrong. They're obviously only using one thing as a reference and ignoring everything else. A dragonfly is an insect belonging to the Odonata infraorder. Anisoptera. Adult dragonflies characterized by large multifaceted eyes, 2 pairs of strong transparent wings, sometimes with colored patches, and an elongated body. Many dragonflies have brilliant iridescent metallic colors produced by structural coloration, making them conspicuous in flight. And adult dragonflies' compound eyes have nearly 24,000 omatidia. Omatidia, there you go. Yeah, and they have little like gyroscopes and all sorts of crazy things. I do like the various elevations that we've got with the legs sticking out. What? Are there like multiple versions of this? No. Dragonfly are the best, but I don't know about that. But hey, the legend of Forangudezu Fango Tengu. I can't read Japanese. What does it say along the side here? Or I think you're going in this direction, right? I don't know. It's a flying tango. This bad boy can fit so many assists in. Space Ghost, that's supposed to be a Space Ghost. Okay. Is Space Ghost scary? Says konnichiwa, huh? 18 assists though it did. Oh my god, it's a reference to to Rise of Skywalker. That is truly horrifying. At least it doesn't have a star killer, like planet killing laser. Gerald the turkey plots his revenge. We have plenty of turkeys around here. Where's the oh, here we go. We have the actual Kerbal zombies. They're the revenants. Spooky, scary skeletons. I love this. Look at that. Who built this? That is amazing. Suicidal insanity. You are mad respect. Oh, glad I was actually on doing this, right? Tragically, Stormhawk had a mod which you could not find. Oh my goodness. How could... What do you mean? A mod that you couldn't find? We need... Somehow... You could just edit the file to remove those things. But hey. Some say this plane is haunted because it looks like a Kerbal skull. Others say it's haunted because dozens of pilots have snapped the neck on the teeth as... Wait, as they pull... Snap their neck on the teeth as it pulls high G. I'm not even sure what that means. Is that bow ties? What is that? Is it? I'm trying to look. Is that really a Kerbal skull? God, I'm having to like move really back. I guess it. We don't see many Kerbal skulls, do we? So I guess, do we have some videos? We should probably check the videos out as well. Video links. Video. Right, I'm hoping I'm not going to get DMCA'd. Please don't DMCA me. 46 seconds, okay. Impressive. Most impressive. Oh, yeah. You know what's going to happen here. I saw that one coming. Please do style points for season 2. That's the real horror that we're dealing with. Style points have been sadly neglected due to me being so busy. Oh, I'm gonna get DMCA'd for this.
What am I gonna do now? Oh no.
It's just the cat! Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. That's right. Yes. Kraken 7. Oh, is this how it actually is supposed to look? No, wait, that's not the one. That's Kraken Mark 1, but that's clearly not the one that flew. It was probably hard to make work because of the aerodynamics, right? This thing just doesn't want to... Release the Kraken. I like how it actually has the claws at the very front. Okay, that didn't work too well. Sharpie heavy. My god, I hope I don't get, you know, DMCA'd for this. Wait, did it recover from splashing into the water? Kraken Mark IV. Starting to look better. You would probably get DMCA'd because it's not like Twitch just doesn't understand public domain. Wow, the flat textures make it look like an old video game. Who'd make such a copyright claim? One of the major record labels that just happens to have the music on a CD. That, like, it doesn't have to be their exact version. How do you know which orchestra did this? John, I would love to know how you know which orchestra did this one. Yeah, specific recordings are still copyrighted. And while there may be public domain versions of this tune, not all recordings are public domain. So how do you know, you gotta tell me, how do you know that it's a Philharmonic? Which Philharmonic? LA Philharmonic. Oh, I know that timpanist, said no one ever. Okay. I think I might have to, like, skip through this. Come on! Come on! Oh, there we go. Finally. I think we'll just fade away now. See. Okay, let's try the next one. John F. President. They finally made space real, huh? Check your voting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is gonna be I know where this is going. This is gonna get totally DMCA'd. You guys have heard this?
place. Rockets going up while the fuel is going down, making engines burn with an awesome sound. The boosters are empty, they're ready for dropping. The bolts go boom and things start falling. And now the boosters, they're sticking around. And now you know stars pointed at the ground. The mission's a failure, you're ready for raging. Ground control asks, did you check your staging? Check your staging. Check your staging. When you fly into space, check your staging. When you're building a rocket, check your staging. When you're eating space food, check your staging. When you're selling a house, check your staging. When performing Shakespeare, check your staging. When you're drinking soda, check your staging. When you're needing a shirt, check your staging. When you need a t-shirt, check your staging. When you want a t-shirt, check your staging.
That is for real me. I wrote and performed that entire thing. Even did the beats on my iPhone. There's something out there coming up on the rear. It's gonna grab its butt. Very cool. that was one of the cooler ones. From hell it comes. This could be your terror.
The whole earth quivers and quakes, and an abyss of horror opens up. See these prehistoric beasts emerge from the bowels of the earth after 200 million years to devastate mankind.
Fungo Dango! The science fiction masterpiece of all time. Wowzers.
Supersonic jets cannot catch him. Rockets cannot stop him.
Wait, are those planes actually supersonic?
Even guided missiles are powerless. Nothing can stop him. Nothing escapes this monstrous beast of evil.
This could be your city! Truly, it is a masterpiece. I mean, this piece of art, not the trailer. Wait, what is that? Oh, Suicidal Insanity. Definitely one of the ones that... the Doom reference. Love the Kerbal. Gotta get the chin. Oh, there we go! My god, the boss! Right, demons have stole the snacks. Yeah, chiptune guitar solo. It's not really chiptune on the PC because they had to use general MIDI instruments. I still love that design. That is one of my favorite planes from this round. That's right. We know this one.
A military test gone wrong. A prehistoric predator freed from its icy tomb. Creatures from an ancient world.
We gotta have the B-movie black and white. I think that's one of the reasons I like Suicidal Insanity's plane, because it really doesn't look like a plane. But it has enough thrust that it doesn't matter. I hadn't noticed the antenna on this. That makes it look so much cooler. Now the shape is starting to make more sense.
The world's nations are helpless to stop it.
I love how the Kerbal art is so low res.
Hear its shriek, see its form, feel its terror, and be horrified.
Is this from Quatermass, this footage? Because it's a British scary one. Yeah, Quatermass in the Pit. I'm glad to see this old stuff getting referenced. We should have a Quatermass reboot sometime. Classify. We still get more? I think we might have to skip some of this. Or is it crashing here? Yeah, I might get DMCA'd for this. Oh, so it actually lands on legs. Very good job. Very good job there. Okay, Q is for question. Because that tune is definitely copyrighted from the last 75 years. Okay, this is totally gonna get... I don't know where this tune's coming from. How about I just turn the sound down? I want to hear the tune though. Yep. I don't know, like... Okay, if YouTube didn't catch it, fine. It's true, if YouTube hasn't... No, but YouTube... Here's the thing. YouTube might have claimed it and all the advertising is going to the... you know, the people. Nice shots, though. I mean, here's the thing. If you go to, like, you can find royalty-free music. That's the way to go, right? There's plenty of tunes out there if you look around. you just do something that's Creative Commons, and there's some like top-notch tunage out there. You can probably get away with using, you know, the SpaceX music, the Test Shot Starfish, because their stuff is copyright specifically for rocket launches. You could probably use that. Okay. So, I'm forgetting. How is this one supposed to be scary? It's a moth? There's some great shots in here, I'm not going to deny. Like, I love these first-person views. The scariest part is the DMCA, totally. Because Twitch has got a poorly designed implementation of it right now. Have I looked at Mars Horizon? I haven't, and I should definitely dig it out. Oh, sorry, wrong. Oh, sorry. I just realized I clicked on the wrong thing there. Okay, I'm gonna have to say goodnight. I am gonna say goodnight. Wow, we're still on this. Shirts. Yes, we do have shirts. Can you see that wait, look, let's see if this works. Oh yeah, there's actually a bug where hold on. Let me dig this out. Hold on. Let's see if this works. Yeah, we've been doing all these. I designed a shirt for this year, but how do I actually do this? Check out the official support. How do you even go to my store in general? This is so dumb. I want to see the storefront. There we go. Click on that. Please work. Hang on tight. We're just trying to make our sucky site actually work. Yeah. I took the old check your staging stuff and rebuilt it. Took a new Hello 39 and then made some art. I'm not really an expert on Eve conflict anymore. Wow, you could tell that my wife arranged this part of the store. Amy was great, but yeah, this is the one. I just want to. How do you zoom in? Damn it! Yeah, it's supposed to be like a bit of a Warhol vibe. So you get different colored planets and the different colored, you know, Starman, different colored Tesla. But it's not really. I mean, it's a very simple. It's real photographs that have been turned into. I never really got into the dual universe vibe. Different colored soup, yes, pretty much. So I don't know, I just felt that I wanted to design a shirt. I have the original artwork at ridiculous resolution somewhere. Where is it? T-shirt project. I don't know. It's here somewhere. Wonder what this one is. Oh yeah, so this is like really high resolution. So you see, we went for like intentionally got it to look like a piece of, you know, drawn art. But that one's only as a poster right now. I never... Who is the body in the spacesuit? Good question. These are real planets, obviously, and you know which one's which. So I just sort of been messing around with different designs. Oh yeah, this one had a slight thing we need to fix. This one is probably not the final version that was in the store. What is up? Baby, don't launch me. Okay. I've got a few more done. Now I'm going to have Starman and the Gnome, right? And Noam Chomsky riding together. Anyway, I'm going to go and chill out and go offline. Happy Thanksgiving. I may be back tomorrow. Who knows? I may actually do a live stream with Lego building or something. Maybe. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to see you around. Until the next time, fly safe.